Yo.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey there.
Episode 2.
Episode dos.
Wholesome AF.
AF.
Sup, guys? Welcome back. It has been a long holiday weekend.
It's been, it was like a 4-day weekend.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
Little mini vacay. It was nice.
Yeah.
Super nice.
Black Friday happened. Just the epitome of consumerism. I love
Exactly.
it. I just love being vain and into myself.
Yeah, let's dive into that. So what did you buy? What'd you get?
Well, I'm actually wearing it right now. As
Okay.
you can see, I have a dad hat, and
Oh,
it has just
yeah.
one word, lit.
L-I-T.
L-I-T.
Lit.
It's
That's a pretty dope hat.
yeah, I was actually, this is actually my proudest buy, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I bought a lot of stuff. Like, I bought a new phone, Samsung Galaxy Note 9, sponsorship.
Yeah, no. Insert plug in.
Yeah.
Down the road, maybe.
I bought a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of clothes, but this lit hat, I'm actually most proud of. I've got it at Marshall's.
Nice.
Legit. It was like,
Well, you got it in store
yeah,
at Marshall's.
for like $7.
That is actually a pretty good find.
Yeah.
I never see hats like that at Marshall's.
Exactly. And I kind of like it too because it has that Trump red,
Yeah.
but it just says lit. So I feel like it's
That.
like a
All right.
metaphor.
This is why we need a video component. I think we're working on that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
guys need to see
exactly.
this hat.
Yeah. Just imagine like
I
this,
haven't seen it before.
Yeah.
So this is actually pretty cool.
yeah, just imagine the stereotypical Trump red hat, but just as lit.
Just says lit.
And there you go. So that's my purchase. Well,
That in itself would be an excellent slogan for whoever wants to use
right.
it. So. That's great.
But yeah, what did you get? What's your finds from Black Friday?
To be completely honest, my only indulgence for Black Friday was, you could say Cyber Monday. I got a new mic today based on your recommendation.
Yes.
It is the black ice microphone with a stand,
Mm-hmm.
USB microphone.
Yeah.
I'm excited to use that, not just for this podcast, but other stuff moving forward.
Yeah, porn.
Primarily.
ASMR.
Let's edit that out. But ASMR, yes. Yeah, I definitely want to record a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for you guys. It's an investment into you listeners.
I think pudding is good. What other foods would you recommend?
Watermelon, I think,
Watermelon.
would be.
A lot of slurping. Would you say cantaloupe?
Ooh.
Cantaloupe. That's yeah.
I did not know for the longest time that cantaloupe was like a different fruit from like, I don't know, what is it, honeydew?
What
Is it or is
wait.
Is it the same? I don't even know.
They're both melons.
Yeah.
Different colors.
Right.
But you thought they were the same fruit.
I thought they were like the exact same thing.
That's interesting.
Yeah. But maybe I was just a very dumb child / adult.
We can discuss that later.
Okay.
But okay, so we're talking about foods right now. That actually brings me to my question.
Oh, okay. Ooh, fortuitous.
You brought up the question last week about the turkey apocalypse and how you would survive or not survive. My question comes from Thanksgiving. I know it's on the other side of Thanksgiving. Food, right? Let me just ask you, how was your Thanksgiving and what did you eat?
Oh, okay. Well, what did I do? Oh, so this is kind of I don't know if this is good or bad, but I went to a buffet called Vegas Buffet. It's
Is
basically
that near Delamo?
This one was in Glendale.
Okay.
We're actually originally supposed to go to Buca di Beppo.
Buca di Beppo, yes.
But we ended up, I think, dude, so apparently Buca di Beppo, this restaurant, one day of the year, they don't serve their regular menu, and that's Thanksgiving. So it was just, we went in, it was like a really crappy menu. So instead we went to a buffet called Vegas Buffet, and it's like Chinese food and seafood and all this stuff. It's pretty whatevers, to be honest. But
out of 10.
I mean, I've been to some pretty legit actual Vegas buffets, like, Bacchanal. Sponsorship! That, I mean, if Bacchanal's like a 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10, this is like a 5 or 6 out of 10.
Was anything good from there?
Oh, the snow crab legs were
legs.
pretty legit, actually.
Okay.
That was the only thing. I think everything else looked kind of sketchy.
Did the crab legs come with the melted butter? Was that like so you could scoop
It
up?
was a thing on the side.
Okay, good.
But I will say I had to poop like 3 times after that meal.
Was it directly related to the crab legs, do you think?
I don't know about the crab legs, but some of the food felt a little sketch. Like everyone, we had like a party of like maybe like 8 people. Everyone just was like taking dumps like left and right afterwards. So I think it was related
just
to that
simultaneous.
restaurant. Yeah.
Triggered.
Like a human centipede of Asians, basically.
It's a great image.
Yes.
Okay, so we're discussing food and buffet, obviously a big selection. When you go to Thanksgiving dinner, even at someone's home, big selection. Basically, there's a lot of variety. You can pick and choose from whatever you want. Some things you will like, some things you won't like. I'll just share a little bit about my Thanksgiving. We went back to my mom's place in Carlsbad, and there's a good spread of things. There was some good prime rib. There was some roast beef, some really well-baked turkey. What else did we have? We had some ham. Obviously, we need some rice, some macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. Asian Thanksgiving.
You can have anything else, but as long as there's rice, then it's an Asian Thanksgiving. It has to be there at some point. But there was a lot of variety, and I could pick and choose from whatever I wanted, and I liked everything, honestly. No major complaints. I was super full. Took home a lot of leftovers. It was great. My question for you this week is, if you had to only eat one food for the rest of your life, just one, what would it be? And how would you go about not getting tired of it?
Ooh.
How would you spice it up? We could talk about like making different things out of that main dish, but let's start with, what's your favorite food?
Okay. So, like, just to try to paint a picture. So, is this kind of like stuck on a deserted island type deals?
Yeah, you could. Okay, let's go with that. So you're on a deserted island.
Yeah.
You can only bring one food with you, and for whatever reason, that same food can be multiplied. You can replicate that food, but only that food. Only that dish, only that meal, however you want to say it. It can be as basic or as complicated as you want, but it has to be the same thing. Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Cool. And it doesn't have to just be like one ingredient, right? Like it could be like an actual, like, this isn't my thing, but say for instance like a pizza.
Yeah.
Like it can, like, pizza can have different ingredients. So it's not just one ingredient. It's like an actual like dish.
Yeah. I mean, you get the dough, you get the cheese, get the tomato. If we're talking about pizza, you can make multiple things out of that.
Oh,
so if that's what you want to go with, you can go with that. There's other things you could mix up, but if you had to pick one dish to bring with you, and you can customize it to make different recipes out of that, what would it be?
So, I've been asked this question before.
Okay.
I usually tend. This is kind of like my go-to.
Yeah.
Is just a good cheeseburger.
Okay.
Now, the reason is like a cheeseburger kind of has all the components. So you got your carbs, right? For energy. Got your protein, right? And it's beef. So this is like, pretty legit protein.
Right.
It's not like dry chicken breast that, we meal prep. It's just god awful and you just hate yourself towards the end of the week. You even got salad, right? Some lettuce, tomato, onion, and maybe even some fats, some mayo, some ketchup, get some salt.
Yeah.
So I always say, like, burgers just the most balanced meal I can think of, and I obviously love burgers, so that's usually my go-to.
Gotcha. Okay, so like, how would you make a breakfast out of that? What's your?
Oh man, Gotcha. So now we're going to a full course, 3 meals a day.
You get your burger, but like, how do you make it not boring?
Man, for breakfast, well, let's just assume we're on an island, right? Yeah. So maybe I'll do like put the bread out in the sun, put some mayo on, kind of let it toast with the sun, Maybe if it's like you seen the movie Castaway?
I have.
Yeah, Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Take some
nice.
Take some glass. Yeah. I was like honestly that's the only.
That's a very
line.
good Tom Hanks.
That's the If Tom Hanks was here, he
would. He
has a twin brother actually who does his voiceovers. I don't know if you know that.
I might have heard that.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty awesome.
But if you look at him, he's basically bald, Tom Hanks. But back to the food. Take some glasses. This is what he did in the movie to like heat up the buns to make them toasty. And like usually when I eat breakfast, it's pretty simple. So maybe just that, like toast, maybe some cheese, and that would be breakfast.
So the toast and cheese is the breakfast.
Yeah.
Itself. Okay. Let's move on to pre-lunch snack.
Ooh, okay. Pre-lunch snack. Well, I try to stay pretty fit. Try not to go too crazy, right? You can't eat a burger every single meal, so maybe I'll take the salad ingredients, the lettuce, tomato, onion, all that. Kind of chop it all up, make a little chopped salad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta stay lean, vegan,
Nice. There we go.
Right? That's a trigger word now.
Can't do meat all day.
No. Like that's an atrocity to.
There are a lot of bad things out there.
Just
that
PETA would be just
terrible.
Just terrible.
Okay, now we'll move on to lunch.
To lunch,
Yeah.
I think that's probably what I'm gonna go, just for the standard burger.
Just a burger.
Yeah, just straight up burger. If I could chop up those onions, put a little special sauce, make a little animal style out of it every so often.
Nice.
I'm saying, shout out to California, right?
Go.
So everyone else, just fuck you.
We are blessed out here.
Yeah.
that is for sure.
Supreme burger. Yeah. So and
no shortage of good burgers out
right,
here.
Exactly.
Sure.
If I were to put just kind of the ideal burger I'd have on me on this island, it'd probably be an In-N-Out burger. Because on Five Guys is whatever. To be honest, well, just even if we're thinking getting rid of the whole price aspect, Five Guys, this is an intense burger. It's usually half wet when I pull it out of the bag. Burger King, it's barely food. Same with McDonald's. So it's got to be an In-N-Out burger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have the main burger for lunch.
Right.
Let's move on to. Let's just skip ahead to the actual dinner.
Okay.
What's the dinner going to be? Is it the same thing, or what are you going to do?
No. So dinner, I feel like I gotta go a little more fancy, right?
Yeah.
So we'll take the meat out, put it on a plate by itself. Now it's a Hamburg steak. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Take the salad. Got your side salad. Maybe mix up the condiments. Make some sort of steak sauce out of it.
Yeah.
Actually, A1 sauce in a burger is amazing. I don't know if you've ever done that.
I have tried that.
Yeah. I'm about that. So yeah, if I have some A1 sauce, it's a Hamburg steak now. It's a full meal. If
Nice.
I can form a candle somewhere out of something, there you go. It's a 4-star meal.
There you go. And you have to say, I have to ask dessert. Is there anything you can make dessert out of this?
Well,
you can skip if nothing's applicable.
Well, tomato is technically a fruit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with that as a dessert. I don't know if that's cheating or not, but it's technically
that's valid. It's
fruit.
It's part of the burger.
Right.
It
Part
works.
of the burger.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with that.
Okay, so we just discussed how you can make all these different little meals out of one burger.
Yeah.
Comes to show you can live off one food if you wanted to.
Exactly.
You just got to mix it up. Use that creativity. That's pretty awesome.
But yeah, how about you, man? So, because obviously I feel like you asked this question, so you have something in mind. This is the first time I heard the question. This is how we kind of format it every week. I do a question. So last week was my question. This week was Earn Dog's question.
Yeah.
So what would yours be?
Honestly, and I've shared this with you before off record. One of my comfort foods of all time is just canned corned beef. No, really. To me, it hits all the canned corned beef with some chopped up diced potatoes, some browned onions, and some rice and some ketchup and some little bit of Tabasco. I could eat that every meal. I honestly could say I could eat that every meal, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and not get bored.
So you wouldn't even consider like what I did, deconstructing it. You would literally just eat that same meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and dessert.
I think for dessert, I would, if I wanted to not be so meat heavy, I think I would extract the potatoes and onions and rice and just have that alone with some ketchup. That in itself is a good snack. Tried it, been there. I don't really need the meat, but the meat is just a bonus for that. With some salt and pepper on top of that. With also a fried egg. Let that yolk drip into the corned beef. That's some good stuff. And this isn't an audio podcast, so we don't get any visuals on this.
But you get ASMR.
You get ASMR. That's correct. Yeah. So yeah, I really liked your response to that, though. But I honestly would eat corned beef, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Is there a particular brand of corned beef that you have in mind? Branding! Sponsor.
It doesn't. Honestly, I haven't hit a brand that I haven't liked. I mean, Hormel is probably something that you might have heard of.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
They make some pretty consistently good stuff. Then again, it is canned corned beef, but for whatever reason, that's just a major comfort food for me. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, legit. And okay. And then what about dessert then? How since you popped the question to me, how would you turn that meal into a dessert?
My meal. What I would do is I would get the onions and just brown them a little bit more and just mix in a little bit of ketchup. Sweet. There you go.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Also using tomato as a dessert option. Yeah. So I like that.
Tomatoes are sweet. I'll give you that for sure.
So this actually made me think of a question.
Yeah.
Which is the complete opposite.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the worst thing that you think you'd have to eat every single day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner on a deserted island?
I mean,
it has to still be a food, obviously.
Oh,
like
I was
like
gonna say a steaming bowl of diarrhea, but you saved me with that one.
Okay.
It has to be actual food.
I like how that was where your mind went first.
I mean, if there's something I don't want to eat, that typically falls number 1 or 2 on my list.
That makes sense.
Steaming bowl of just old diarrhea.
Right. I don't typically.
Sorry if you're eating. You shouldn't be eating while listening to this, but if you are, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Well, yeah, it's true because just thinking back to when I went to Vegas buffet and I took like my 3 dumps, I didn't look into the toilet bowl and think, man, I just would love to eat this.
Just a bowl of
breakfast, lunch, and dinner on a dessert. That right. Wasn't my first thought.
It was not.
So I can understand.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just assume it has to be food, or at least something that's commonly known as food.
Right.
Right. So, because I know some groups of people, isolated groups of people, might eat some weird stuff, but let's just say something that's like sort of accessible to the majority of people.
I would say durian fruit.
Ooh, that's a good one.
My mom's actually a fan of it. A lot of my family members really like it, and it really is an acquired smell or taste or whatever. I'm just so turned off by it. I don't know. Like I can't walk in the room if it's there. People eat durian candy. I can't even do that. It's just not good to me. If you guys don't know what it smells like trash. It smells like meat that you've left in the trash can for maybe 3-4 days. That rotten, fermented smell. It reminds me of that. It's just not good.
Because I heard that's how people like it. They kind of like it fermented, right?
I guess so,
in
right.
particular. Yeah. That's like the good one, quote unquote.
There are some really good fermented foods out there, like kimchi and stuff, but that, I cannot touch durian. No.
I will say, I did have durian candy once, and I smelled my breath as I was eating it, and it literally smelled like I was breathing a fart. Like as if my mouth was replaced with my anus.
That is a very apt description. ASMR. I couldn't do that. If that was a punishment, I would take a longer sentence or something else. That is not ideal. How about you, man? What would you not want to eat?
Oh man. It's funny. I asked this question. I didn't really think about it too much myself, but just thinking about, like, if I were to think off the top of my head, like, just foods that I generally dislike, this isn't like as creative, but I just really hate Brussels sprouts. Like they just taste like trash to me.
Right.
Like I don't know. People have claimed that maybe I just haven't had it the right way. But I just very vividly recall as a child, I think it was like in first grade, I was eating over my friend's house, and I was eating the food, and the lady's like, "Oh, you don't like Brussels sprouts?" And I just looked at this lady like dead in the face. I was like, "I'm just sorry. This just tastes so bad." Like, to this mom's face.
Hey man, honestly, did the mom like make it from scratch, or was this like
like she made it? I think in retrospect I should have known better, but I'm in first grade, like I don't know.
Hey, kids are just brutally honest.
Yeah.
So
and she made, I think she made sweet potatoes too, and that also tasted just god awful.
That's really sad. I mean, I can understand if Brussels sprouts were something that was not good.
Yeah.
But Yeah, for other stuff to not be good, that's it.
Yeah, so I don't know. So like whenever I just think of like just awful meals, those two things always stick out to me. Like just sweet potato and Brussels sprouts is just being awful.
Yeah.
So I would say if I was on an island and I had to eat those two, I'd just be very, very sad.
You would just jump in the ocean.
I would rather just drink the seawater and then
Mm.
go insane.
Yeah.
And rather than eat those two things.
Let that sodium slowly just tear you up.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Much
sure,
better outcome.
Right. Exactly. Like I would rather
Less painful.
take the sand and rub it into my eyes on a morning basis
Right.
than eat Brussels sprouts and sweet potato.
Let's get an ASMR of what that would sound like. Of sand rubbing into eye. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't even know why we're doing like a podcast. I should just do ASMR. That is a subcategory.
It is now. Yeah.
Oh god.
It is a thing on YouTube.
What have we come to?
Yeah.
I think on Twitch too.
You know, I started seeing that word on random videos here and there maybe
Yeah.
a couple months ago. I didn't know what it meant.
I didn't either.
And what is it? What does ASMR stand for?
To be honest, I don't know either. The
You wanna
only reason
search?
I know is because a voiceover person that I was watching was just like, yeah, I hate ASMR, and then just was like, went to the mic and was like, and so I was like, oh, it's porn sounds with your mouth. So
Right.
that's what I walked away with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here's a definition from Wikipedia.
Okay.
ASMR, Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response.
Meridian.
Meridian is an experience characterized by a static-like or tingling sensation on the skin that typically begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and upper spine. So there are certain sounds that trigger that, for sure.
Is it? I don't know.
I think the moist little
Moist.
that sound
That's a word.
that is a sound that triggers that for
Got it.
sure. Like if you hear that in your ear, I can understand that.
I can see that. I
Yeah.
never want to hear anyone older than 30 say moist. It's just very uncomfortable.
Moist.
Yeah, exactly.
Ointment.
Legume.
Shout out to Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
One of
Jamie
his
Foxx.
yeah, when Jimmy Fallon first took over the Tonight Show, I think April or May 2014. That was one of the early clips that stands out to me. And it was Jamie Foxx singing unsexy words.
Sexily. Exactly.
Classic.
Which I think just it kind of reinforces the fact that the word moist just should not be said in any context whatsoever.
Yeah. And I didn't realize that so many people didn't like that word.
Yeah.
Until I saw people agree with it in the comments of that video, and I was like, oh yeah, it triggers people in that way.
Right.
Yeah.
But then why would people watch ASMR then? Like because it's clearly a thing.
I think people like the feeling of it. What's that word? What's the word where you like
Horny? Oh.
Yes. that works. That works too, yeah.
What is it? BDSM?
Something like
that. Or is that fat porn?
That could also work.
I don't
I
don't know my porn very well. I know a lot of hentai.
It's fine that you don't. It's fine.
I know hentai.
Okay.
Very well. Extensively.
Next podcast.
Yeah.
we'll get
but yeah, my porn is pretty limited.
Okay.
Bouquet.
Is that a kind of pastry or
it is. It's my favorite.
Let's Google that.
Cream filled. So.
Oof. Okay. But ASMR.
And food.
The sound of chewing.
The sound of chewing. Oh yeah, I mean they were all kind of linked, right? ASMR was linked to our talk about food, so it's full circle. It was meant to be. This ASMR was meant to be moist.
So, yeah, durian. No bueno.
Moist. But yeah,
Brussels sprouts. Moist.
But yeah, that's all we have for today, I guess. You guys listening out there, you're stuck on an island. You have two choices. You have the one food that you can eat every meal, and the one food where you would just rather die on the island than eat that food. Right. What is that? Tell me about that. Yeah. Okay. Subscribe.